Hi there, it's Rob Hillman here from Easy Training Guides. Today we're going to talk about a secret weapon that will turn you into an instant expert in regards to investing in crypto miners and ROI Dapps. In fact, the website that I'm going to show you is so amazing that basically it means that even if you know nothing, if this is your first time looking at a ROI DApp or an investment crypto miner, then this will turn you into an instant expert. In fact, within a couple of minutes, you can search out whatever specific DApp you're looking at, and it gives you an insider view of what's actually happening. In fact, you can actually go onto the blockchain and see exactly how much money the apps have got in their kitty, so you can make an informed decision, and you can also tell you if in fact it's going up or down, or if it's stable, so if the investment's increasing or whatever. But before we get started, the only one thing I'll ask you to do is click on the subscribe button to receive more of these great videos. I've got some fantastic ones coming up. Without further ado, let's take a look at the website. So we're going to a website called monarch.app. So at the moment we're looking at the website. We're actually looking at the homepage, the dashboard, and it looks a bit complicated, but it's far from complicated. It's just a matter of knowing a few interesting places to click. So let's have a look at the miners down here. We've got on the left hand side, you've got the menu that opens up, you've got miners, and you've got ROI DApp. So let's say we wanted to invest in a miner. We'll click on miners, and this website, by the way, is completely free. There's no cost to join. You can invest in the Monarch token, and that's entirely up to your own discretion. So at the moment, now we're looking at the miners screen. So this is all miners that are available at the moment. And what we're going to do is an example. We're just going to pick one of these miners and walk you through how simple it is, where you get all the information from. Basically, it's done all the research, all the heavy lifting that you would normally do yourself. So it's saving you hours and hours of research. So let's take it. So if we can have a look down here, you can see there's a massive amount of miners here. And I guess you can see that some of them are in the red here and also in the green. But let's look at one. We'll take ARC, for instance, ARC. We'll take a look at that miner. So if we go through these little icons, we can see we can actually view the official app for ARC. So we'll click on the app. That will take us to the actual ARC website, so we can see what that program's all about. Go to their home button. We can buy and sell the ARC token, obviously, but let's see, is it worth investing? So let's just go back to the Monarch site again. So a very interesting thing, we can come here, so we can see we're viewing the official app there. We've got another tab here which is join the official Telegram group, which gives us more information, and we can open the contract balance chart. So what this means is that you can actually see what's in their kitty. In other words, is it in fact still worth investing? Because a lot of these ROI dapps and miners, obviously the developers are in there to make as much money as they can. And I've noticed on some Telegram sites where in other tokens they're encouraging people to invest in their token, but when you have a look at the inner workings of the system, their balance sheet might be starting to deteriorate, going to zero. So they are really it can be a bit misleading unless you know what you're looking for. So if we actually, what this does is let us open the balance sheet on the blockchain. So if we click on open balance sheet for this particular miner, we can see straight away it's looking at, I think they've got about 752 $100,000 in their kitty. So, but you can see their token balance sheet. So it's just like looking inside their bank account to see how much money they've got. Have they really got as much as they say they have? So you can see, like when they started, way back here, the balance sheet's increasing, and obviously it's a slow curve, but it's still increasing. So that's not a bad sign. On some others, you may see it peak and then it'll start to decline. So you know that, well, perhaps it's not such a good investment after all. But if we go back to the Monarch side again, and if we have a look here, we can see that with ARC in particular, there's a 10% fee. The average fee looks like 10% in, 10% out. The age, it's actually been going for 41 days. So it's been going a reasonably long time. The daily return is 2%, and their total value locked is $1.1 million. And then it shows you the TVL over 24 hours and over 7 days. But the main thing is to look at what's the total value locked, and also back there where we looked at their contract balance chart. So that gives you a little bit more information. Also, if you go to the ROI Dapps, you can click on the ROI Dapps screen, and you've got a whole lot of ROI Dapps here. They've got new ones coming up. For instance, this one here, USD Beans. It's going to start in 1 day and 12 hours time. The yield is 3.5% to 6.5% at the moment. They've got $2,900 BUSD. So, and further down you can see ETH Beans, another one here. It's been going for 2 days. Their yield is 3% to 6%. They've got $37,000 in their kitty. And 24-hour TVL is 1%, and 7 days it's increased to 822%. So you can go down this list and search out whatever you're interested in. You can see a lot of, if you watch a lot of videos on YouTube, obviously that would be the go to see what's happening and what that program's all about, and then come to this particular site and let that do the heavy lifting for you. So you can say, well, okay, is it as good as they say it is? And I mean, some of these ROIs are quite good, but it depends on your timing, particularly if you get in at the start. And some of the videos you're watching may be outdated, but in any case, you can always come back to this website to help you with your research. So look, I hope that's given you some food for thought. Go to the website, have a play around with it. It's totally free, and you'll start to get the gist of what happens. There are other icons here. You can actually see, of course, what it's all about. There's an information sheet. They tell you also if they've been audited and who by. And I mean, some of these audits are extremely good to get done, and you know that the contract code is quite valid. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter who's going to audit the site. If the developer runs out of money in their balance sheet there, then they've got no more money left to pay out. So the token's going to die. So just keep that in mind. Another thing, this is not financial advice. It's just simply me explaining to you what I've found, and I hope you get some use out of it, as I have. It's been extremely valuable for me in investing, and it lets me know when I can get out of an investment before it actually crashes. So look, I hope that's been helpful for you. In the meantime, just please subscribe, and I've got some really great stuff coming up. So without ado, onwards and upwards. Talk soon.